It is a very foreboding Friday evening, April 3rd. Perfect time for a fan-requested Friday. This is the third in a row. Dogs for home protection. How about 2000/2001 Night of Champions Markus Ruhl versus Ronnie Coleman? Now, I talked to this man. I chatted with him. He actually meant this version, the 2002 Markus Ruhl. A lot of people say this version of Markus Ruhl, he nailed it, and it was perhaps the best version of any bodybuilder in the history of the sport. Well, Ronnie Coleman may have something to say about that, and I'm almost glad that they did not request, or Dogs for Home Protection did not request a certain version of Coleman, because the 1999 World Pro Championships Coleman, was big, vascular, just unbelievable. So I think it is a perfect match for the 2002 Markus Ruhl Night of Champions. So without further ado, as Mikey Iron Rage says, let's get it on. But I like to say, let's just start the matchup. But that's his thing. This is mine. We are all individuals at the end of the day. Unfortunately, we do not have the best of footage, as you can plainly see here. This was the best, clearest picture that I could find of Markus Ruhl in the front relaxed on stage. There's one of him I showed just a minute ago backstage, but that's not fair. I don't know, guys. I think Ronnie Coleman has a smaller waist. He's not winning in the ab department, but the waistline, and he looks like he has a bigger set of legs. Markus has those delts. Very hard to say, like I said, in the front relaxed. No real edge to anybody. Maybe one to Coleman, if anything. Hard to say, though. Rear relaxed. Now, this was one thing that Markus Ruhl, he shined. Look at that Christmas trees. Baby, please. You'll notice I say babies, please a lot. It's a Louis Marco copyright trademark infringement, but I hope I don't get in trouble, with all due respect. The back of Ronnie Coleman. I think it was just the competition of Markus Ruhl that night. Bob Ciccarello was there and Paul Dillette. Ronnie Coleman was not there. And you can plainly see Ronnie has some muscles and just vascularity, and probably vascularity. You can't really see that. I didn't really mean that. But just the striations and the glutes, things of that nature. I would give Ronnie an edge in the rear relaxed, even though Markus has that incredible Christmas tree. Unreal. Front double bicep pose. Now, like I said, I think the competition was more off-putting, that Markus Ruhl was known as the best version of any bodybuilder. You can plainly see Ronnie is getting a little bit of an edge here. Look at the arm separation, the muscle separation in the arms. Now, it's more of a balance when you look at the triceps, biceps, and the forearms as well. Much more of a better silhouette. The waistline is better for Ronnie when you consider the lag size. Now, that makes all the difference. The lag size makes the waistline. Can make or break the waistline. V-taper. So this is one of Markus's best shots. Look at those biceps. I'm not ignoring that at all. But I like the balance of Ronnie a little bit better. So it is a matchup. Front lat spread. I just do not think Markus Ruhl can hang with Ronnie Coleman in this shot. There's just no way. Look at the silhouette. Markus is almost too muscular in the delts and in the chest department. Takes away from the lats themselves. I have to say, I was expecting an upset, but Ronnie Coleman is doing what Ronnie Coleman does. He dominates competitions. This is a fun one here in the side chest, rather. I was saying side tricep because all I can see in Markus Ruhl is that big, thick, strided tricep of his. Of course, the camera angle is totally different. You could never make a real decision based on these shots. But like I said, it is a fun comparison. Look at these two big boulders. And it's a good description for these guys. Big boulder men. Huge, huge. Just very impressive. Side tricep, basically the same thing. Camera angles are off. Bad footage. It's a screenshot from Markus Ruhl. But I like to show what I have. I mean, you want to see what I got. I got this. You want a little bit more? I don't have a little bit more, but I got this. This is grade C material. But either way, guys, it's enough of my foolishness. It's wasting our time with the side tricep. Markus may have won this one. my hypothesis on the situation. Let's have a look at the back developments, and unfortunately, this is the only mandatory shot we have for the backs. Markus Ruhl did have a rear lat spread, and it did look fantastic. But we have to take into consideration Ronnie Coleman's going to be winning in the legs, the glutes. That's a weak point for Markus Ruhl. He did have that fantastic Christmas tree, but Ronnie Coleman, look at the back, the lats. And this was really before he started to deteriorate one of his lats, and it really cut into his symmetry. And you know I am a stickler when it comes to that. But a good little matchup nonetheless. I mean, Markus Ruhl, he's not just laying down and dying. Now here's a shot of that Markus Ruhl rear lat spread. Not bad at all, right? It is fantastic. This is Markus Ruhl's best version, in my opinion, for sure, bar none. Let's have a look at the ab and thigh. And normally, Ronnie Coleman would be in trouble. But to tell you the truth, the more massive versions of Ronnie were better. He was better off hitting this shot. The leaner versions, it took away from the thigh size. And that's what really made the X-frame in Ronnie Coleman. And furthermore, look at the obliques. Just a better shot. Markus may be winning in the abs themselves, but it's a huge blocky set, if you ask me. And the legs, a little bit slender when compared with Ronnie Coleman, that is. I mean, I'm sure they're not slender legs by any means, any stretch of the imagination. Let's go to the last pose, knowing full well the anticipation is sucked and sapped right out of this one. Ronnie Coleman is the king for a reason, guys. And Markus Ruhl, as he does look good here, he looks like a beast. Ronnie Coleman, he just looks more separated, more quality. When you look at the lag size, just better balance. Markus Ruhl has one thing going for him. He is as wide as a house. That would be a good idea for a video. Who's the widest bodybuilders of all time? Tominator was going to do that video, but I think we were outvoted on that one. I believe he'll be making a different video instead, but gosh darn it, I would have liked to see that Tominator video. Widest bodybuilders. Markus Ruhl would have won that one. The last, most muscular. Now this is a better, clearer shot of Markus Ruhl. And for those of you who did think Markus Ruhl was unbeatable here, you can see in the closer shots that his conditioning may not have been what the legend says. So if there is not a lot of good shots of Markus Ruhl at this event, and there is not, it actually may have been a blessing in disguise. Anyway, Markus Ruhl still looked fantastic, and there is plenty of footage of him hitting the mandatories or hitting the quarter turns, and you can plainly see a Christmas tree that is just virtually unbeatable, just unreal. And I promise you that. Watch the footage, find some footage, watch it. But having said that, Ronnie Coleman is your winner of this third fan-requested Friday matchup in a row. And next Friday, I will be doing 3 more. And if you have not already went and commented a request, don't bother. I am sure somebody already did. I will take the first one in this video, and I will take the first of the other 2 videos, and they will be the 3 matchups for next week's fan-requested Friday. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I sure did. These were 2 big beasts. Hit thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you have not already. Have a great day.